Sign up to the SBR Network and use your free daily bet points to earn real-world prizes. Click on the page and start winning now.
Welcome everyone, I'm Jordan Sharp. Sunday is a huge day of NBA action. We do have some matinee action, 12:30 Pacific, 3:30 Eastern in Los Angeles with the Thunder and the Clippers here hitting it off for Game 4. So we'll start it off with that one here where the Clippers, despite losing to the Thunder and giving back home court advantage, are a 5-point favorite here in Game 4 with a total of 215 points. Now, once again, Durant and Westbrook had huge Game 3s, really took it to the Los Angeles Clippers defense. However, Serge Ibaka was a huge catalyst for that team as well. One of the other few members outside of Westbrook and Durant that went for double figures. He was 9 of 10 with 20 points. And even though Blake Griffin had a huge game against him, his scoring really helped carry the load here for Oklahoma City to outscore the Clippers. If this series is going to continue to be an up and down pace style of game, I think the over here has to have some value at 215. Despite this being an early afternoon matinee game, these two teams are going to want to come out and take it to one another the best way they know how, and great offense always beats good defense here. So I think the Clippers, if they want to choose to get in the shootout here with Oklahoma City, not double Westbrook or Durant at all during here, I think you're going to see once again a lot of Thunder in double figure scoring, and the Clippers will definitely be able to bounce back here. I think Los Angeles will actually win this game. Not sure about the cover, but I think they're going to definitely score a lot of points here. So add over 215 to your NBA picks for that one. Second game I have for you this evening is the Indiana Pacers heading into Washington for Game 4 of this series. The Pacers come in as a 5-point or 4.5-point underdog, depending on where you're looking at on the road here, despite dominating the Wizards in Game 3 and a total here of 180 points. Now, Washington was incredible on Friday night because they pulled the biggest disappearing act of the year, as John Wall had 7 turnovers, more than he had assists, and 63 points with the franchise worst. But I do think Washington will bounce back in this game. However, I think something that's going a little bit more unnoticed is the fact that the Indiana Pacers are slowly, very, very slowly but surely, starting to look like the Indiana Pacers team of old, of the November and December months. And if they are indeed on an uptick and are playing to their capability, this game is going to go in favor of the Pacers here against the spread. 4.5 to 5 points is just not that much comparable to how they were playing, if indeed they're starting to look like that team again. Roy Hibbert doesn't have to really give them anything offensively, although he did have 14 points in Game 3. All he needs to do is be a catalyst defensively, drive that team defensively, and everything else should take care of itself, because the Pacers are working at their best when they can lay off some of these quicker perimeter players of Washington. Let them, if indeed they go by them, they know that they can take chances because they have Roy Hibbert back there backing them up against them here. So I do think the Pacers, if their defense is engaged like it was in game number 3, and if indeed they are starting to look like that team of old, the Wizards might not score much more than 63 points again here. Washington, they are a very good offensive team at home, but Game 3, I'm not quite sure what that meant here for this series. If Washington now down, which now trailing for the first time in this series, are they going to have as much moxie and as much swagger as they've been showing here over the postseason when they've been dominating the Bulls and winning Game 1 of this series? But now that they've lost a couple in a row, I'm not sure what their psyche is going to be like. In a young team, they could break very easily, and like a good stock, I think the Wizards bubble could be about to burst. Now, this is only a possibility, but I do think the Pacers are undervalued here regardless. So add plus 4.5 Pacers to your NBA picks, along with over 215 between the Thunder and the Clippers tonight. Best of luck to you. I'm Jordan Sharp, and this has been another edition of The Sharp Pick.